Hi, and welcome back to Talking With. I'm your host, Crystal Gutzke. And today I have with me Tim Fisher, founder of Rock for Hope Productions. How you doing today?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming out on the show.
You're very welcome.
All right, so what exactly is Rock for Hope Productions?
Rock for Hope Productions is a benefit concert production company that focuses solely on raising money for charities locally.
All right. And what gave you the idea to start Rock for Hope?
It's kind of a long, drawn-out story. Really, it was kind of a competition at first. Well, we had a local radio station that was interested in throwing a local original band concert downtown Buffalo for Buffalo Days in Buffalo, Minnesota. And he asked me to put that together, the owner of that radio station. So I did, and it wasn't a benefit show at first. So once we went through the show, we had some issues and some bands got rowdy, the police were called, and we learned what not to do. One of my friends, Ryan Gaskell, at that time decided that he wanted to do something better. So he put on a benefit concert at Medina Ballroom for Red Cross. And I just got the idea from there, and he helped me out from that point on. And we started Rock for Hope Productions about a year later.
All right. And how long has Rock for Hope been going then?
Since we've been doing the work since 2003. We became official in 2004.
All right. Cool. Sounds interesting. And what kind of bands play at these benefit concerts?
I've thought about that lately, and the kind of bands that we have aren't specific to genres, but more specific to their message. So if they have a positive message, regardless if they're a heavy metal band or a light rock band, we accept them.
All right. And what kind of things do you raise money for?
So far, we've raised close to $8,000 for Red Cross. We've raised money for leukemia, and how that would work was their medical expenses that we would help pay for. Also, brain cancer, we've helped pay for medical expenses, and basically local charities with people who have issues in their family that cannot pay for their medical expenses.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Not everybody can just do something like that. And I heard that you're opening up a venue soon. How did this come about? What gave you the idea to do that?
Within the last 3 years, I've been trying to find a way to localize in one center area a place to put these shows instead of going out to other venues and spending outrageous amounts of money just to have that venue allow us to do it. So that was where the idea came into play. Getting it actually started was a whole different story. One day I just got the courage, found the venue. I knew the owner, and I signed the lease without thinking about everything. And just because I was so ambitious to take care of this. And through that, we've had some other hardships, but it was just kind of spur in the moment at the last second.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. So is the venue open now, or is it still being worked on?
We thought we could be open last month, and then the city was suggesting that we take care of some other issues. So it'll take about another month to completely finish, but we are working towards our main goal of getting open and starting throwing benefit concerts as soon as possible.
All right, and how soon do you think you will have all those problems taken care of and be able to be open?
Hopefully within a month. With the city, the way they work, I would say it's more like 2 months. But I'm very confident that we can pull this off.
All right. You said you were having some problems with the city. Would you care to elaborate on some of those?
Absolutely. Well, we opened our doors to band practices so far, and the government in Buffalo suggests that we take care of all the codes, bringing the building up to code because we're changing the use. Therefore, we have to get handicap bathrooms fully installed, fully ADA approved, and have 2 exits up to code, electrical up to code, and we weren't expecting to do so, and that's going to cost us about $12,000 to pull off.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to need some financial help as soon as possible.
Wow. And if someone would want to maybe help you out with that, either their time or through a tax-deductible donation, how would they go about doing that?
The best way to contact Rock for Hope Productions is through MySpace. And it's just www.myspace.com/rock4hope, all spelled out, one word.
Okay. All right then. And have you had any prior experience as far as opening the venue or any business experience or background?
Actually, a little of all. In high school, I went to a few classes for business and personal financing. Learned some of that also in college. As far as previous venues go, there was a local cafe downtown Buffalo, Minnesota. And I helped organize some of the committees, and I was on the committees about planning and doing sound there and getting volunteers interested in local businesses to help the community and help this place succeed. So when that was operating, I learned a few tips, and when it closed, I learned why and what not to do again.
All right. And what kind of crowd are you directing the venue towards?
I would say we'd like to try to keep it 16 plus for reasons of being able to get there and go home, also curfew issues. But more so, we would like to have anyone who's interested coming to these concerts to help donate. It doesn't matter who they are, how old they are, it's just their intent.
All right. And how many shows have you done over the past few years?
I would say about seven different benefit concerts. 3 of those for Red Cross. 1 was for leukemia, 1 was for brain cancer, and I think there was 1 more, and that was just a general, we wanted to raise money and then find a charity afterward.
All right. And have you had any prior music experience to help you with Rock for Hope?
Prior music experience, yes I have. I've been playing drums and guitar and bass and singing for the last roughly 8 years, and through that I've made several connections to other bands, and I've called them up asking them if they'd be willing to help do benefit concerts, and all of them say yes. We've had a cover band who would charge $1,500 regularly, and they were donating their time for the entire night to come out.
Wow. And out of all the shows, which one do you feel was the most rewarding?
The most rewarding show would be the Jaron Connor benefit show. That was held, I believe, April 7th in Big Lake, Minnesota, on 2004. Excuse me. That show we took 8 months to plan, and within that 8 months, there was several issues that arose, and we also had to find several different bands to come out. We tried getting several different drum lines to come out. The purpose of the show was a benefit concert to remember my friends, and we just had some issues, so we threw it together.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show. That's all the time we have for you today. We'll be right back with me and Mel on Talking With.